Here we're going to talk about rapport. What is rapport? It is defined as a close and harmonious relationship in which the people or groups concerned understand each other's feelings or ideas and communicate well. And why is it so important in sales? The fact is, people buy from people. Studies show that a very large majority of people buy emotionally and then justify their decision with logic. The customer must feel comfortable with you and trust you. Price and product are important, but they are secondary to how they feel about you and the company. When should you build rapport? Early and often. The most important contact point is what you say first when you meet someone and how you say it. Make a great first impression. You should be looking for rapport opportunities throughout the presentation. Some key opportunities are when you do the walk around to look at the panel and roof during discovery questions. Also, anytime things get tense, maybe around credit or paperwork, just shift gears and keep things light. Finally, once the customers are sold, stop selling. The fun part of this business is getting to know people, so take a genuine interest in who they are. Now, not everyone is going to open up right away. Some people are very wary of salesmen. That doesn't mean that you cannot build rapport with them. It may just not happen right away. Be professional, continue with your presentation, but always be on the lookout for those moments of commonality where you can start to create a friendship. By the end, they may seem like completely different people because you've earned their trust. Where's the best place to build rapport? At the kitchen table. Not only is this where decisions are made, this is also where families socialize the most. How you position yourself in relation to the customer is key. Sit next to them and assume the role of an assistant buyer. You're here to help them make a good decision, not to force them into something they don't want. Also, keep tabs on the energy in the room. If you hit a lull, ask to take a break and maybe go look at something of interest of theirs. Finally, how do you build rapport? The simple answer is focus on them. Not only does this make the customers feel comfortable, it also takes the pressure off of you. Try to mirror the customer's body language and tonality. They will adjust to you, you will adjust to them, and then you'll get into a comfortable rhythm, just like when you hang out with good friends. It's important to realize that people like people who are like themselves. So, make an effort to maximize commonalities and minimize differences. No matter how different you may be in age or lifestyle, you can always find something in common with anybody. Also, if there's something that they're very passionate about, take a genuine interest in it. People love to talk about their hobbies, and you might learn something interesting. The key is to keep asking questions. Even if you find a hobby that you both share, make sure that they are talking more than you are talking. The true art of conversation is being a good listener. And finally, use their name. For that person, it's the most important sound in the world. Some key topics to build rapport are the H4s: home, family, occupation, recreation, dogs, cats, pets, and sports. Find out what you have in common, what they are particularly passionate about, and never pretend to be versed in an area that you really aren't. If you're not a sports person, that's okay. There's something else that you can connect over. There are some key areas to avoid as well. We call these the R pains: religion, politics, appearance, I, meaning being overly focused on yourself, any negativity, and sexual orientation. This is not the forum for any of these topics. If the conversation veers into these areas, shift the focus back into the presentation. One of the number one rules of rapport is the idea of comment, don't compliment. If you think about it, a compliment only gets you so far. Nice house. Thanks. A comment sparks conversation. Hey, did you remodel this kitchen? Actually, my sister did. She's an interior designer, etc., etc. You never know where a question may lead you, but each time you're increasing your chances of finding commonality with your customers. Finally, when talking with your customers, don't be afraid to ask the deeper questions. Not just, what do you do for work, but what do you love about your job? Or what compelled you to move here or pursue that? These deeper questions, when asked at the appropriate times, will help you build a deeper relationship with your customer and genuinely earn their trust.